Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. How's everyone doing this morning? You know what? I've not used StreamYards in about, 2 or 3 weeks. And for some reason, my banners are gone. My photo was gone. Everything was gone. So I don't got a banner this morning. I'm going to have to fix that up when I get off here. I see who's in chat. Preschool Granny, Hibiscus, Deborah Bryant. Good morning. How are you doing this morning? Let me find my live chat here. Top chat, live chat. I found us some true crime to talk about this morning. Hey, Cement Shoes, how are you? I was just thinking about you the other day. The last few times I have been live, I haven't seen you. How are you doing? How's Melissa doing? Hold on, guys. I gotta get a drink of. I spilt water all over me. Crap. Ice is in my way. I can't take a drink. Anyways, hey Cheryl T, good morning. So we're going to talk about the Murdaugh case this morning. Um, TikTok star Mama Tot. We're going to talk about her. Her son was gunned down in Alabama. And we're going to talk a little bit about the Gabby Petito case because Brian Laundrie's mother actually wrote him a letter. She was going to assist in getting him out of the country and stuff. She told him to burn the letter after he'd read it, but he didn't. It was found beside his body. This year's not been good. Oh my gosh, Cement Shoes. Prayers for you, honey. Prayers. I know how it is when things aren't going good. Fortunately, my life's going pretty good right now. I'm off to a good start this summer. Hey, Carolina girl. What a moron he was. Which one, Alex or Brian? We're also going to read that confession letter because I've not got a chance to read it, but I've got it pulled up. So we're going to get to it this morning. Let me see. Gosh, I forgot how to do everything. Share screen. Okay, slides, extra camera, video file, share screen. Oh, there's new things on here. Hold on. Okay, share screen, people. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I think it was my mouse. Let's see. Let's do the Murdaugh update. Do I not have that article pulled up? I don't think I do. Hold on. Let me get it. Crap. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we don't got nothing better to do, so we'll just take our time. So the man accused of shooting Alex Murdaugh, I can't believe that name's pronounced that way. It sounds like Murdaugh, but I reckon it's Murdaugh. He's been arrested again. We're going to read and see why he was arrested. Now, last night I read an article and they hadn't said why he was arrested. This case is just going on and on. And I just read that Alex is actually facing 79 different charges for stealing money from his clients at his law firm, and he's facing up to 700 years. Hey, Colleen, how are you doing? Oh, you was talking about Baldo? Yeah, he was complete weirdo. Okay, so there's the man that Alex paid to shoot him to make it look like he committed suicide so his son could collect on the insurance policy. What he didn't know is there was like a little clause inside of that insurance policy wrote in it that his son couldn't have collected anyways. He also was trying to pull strings to get his other son, Buster Murdaugh, back in law school, and somebody outed him for it. Look at that weirdo. They're both weirdos. Okay, the man whom Alex allegedly paid to shoot him, has been arrested again. On Friday, police took 61-year-old Curtis Eddie Smith into custody. He is being detained at the Colton County Detention Center on warrants from South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, but authorities have not released any details about why. Uh-oh. However, sources told Fitz News that the charges are related to an investigation into alleged financial crimes by Murdaugh, who is accused of stealing more than $8.4 million from former law firm clients. Oh gosh, I don't know if I can say this. Jarrett Boucher, a lawyer for Smith, told Fitz News following the arrest, "I have not seen the indictment, but I understand he's been arrested. I'm highly concerned with what appears to be a strategic timing of the arrest to maximize his time in jail before the bond hearing and the appearance of maximizing media attention." Authorities allege that Smith cashed nearly $2 million in checks from Alex between March 2018 and June 2021, although it is not clear what Smith did with the money. Well, I would say I'd say Alex paid him to cash those checks. Paid him so much to cash those checks, and he took the rest of it. Over Labor Day weekend last year, Alex was shot along the side of a road in South Carolina. He initially said a passerby fired a gun while he was repairing a flat tire. Alex later claimed to police that he hired Smith to kill him in a staged killing so his son, Buster, would benefit from a $10 million life insurance policy. I bet he's a weirdo, too. Alex also told investigators that he had been addicted to opiates and claimed Smith was his drug dealer, a claim that Smith has denied. I'd say that's the only thing he's telling the truth about. Smith was later charged with pointing and presenting a firearm, assisted suicide, assault and battery of a high and aggravated nature, insurance fraud, and conspiracy to commit insurance fraud, in addition to unrelated drug charges. In his own telling, Smith has denied trying to kill Alex Murdaugh and has said that he was attempting to take the gun away when it fired. Yeah, right. Alex's wife Maggie and their adult son Paul were found murdered at their home in June 2021. But so far, police have not identified any suspects. Murdaugh has also denied being involved in their deaths. Bullcrap. I read that Maggie Murdaugh was going to divorce him. She didn't used to mess with the family finances. She let Alex take care of it. But she got suspicious and she hired like an accountant, somebody to go through their finances. She was on to him. I think she found out, they was broke. Anyways, I think that that's the reason he killed her, to get out paying alimony and stuff. And he killed his son, Paul, because Paul was just causing him too many problems, costing him too much money. Because Mallory Beach's family was suing them because Paul wrecked that boat and it threw her from the boat and it killed her. And her family was suing because of that. There's something really strange with this family. Now, a while back, see, their housekeeper died a few years ago, too. What was her name? Mrs. Sutherland? And now they have exhumed her body. Now, she worked for the Murdaugh family for 20 years. So, she knew a lot what was going on. I heard they were going to exhume Gloria, the housekeeper. They did. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Dawn. Damn, my glasses fogged up. Let me see if I can find something about that. Because I need to refresh my memory. I just saw something about it this morning. Gloria, that's her name. Gloria. Is it Satterfield? Let's see. Let me put exhumed. See what's going on with them exhuming her body. Okay, right here's an article. I'm not going to screen share, I'll just read it. Investigators plan to exhume the body of Alex Murdaugh's longtime housekeeper 4 years after she died under mysterious circumstances. Renee Wunderlich, the director of public information for the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, told Oxygen.com authorities made the decision to exhume the body after receiving permission from Satterfield's family. This is a complex process that will take weeks, not days, she said. Ladybug, please don't start barking. Um, Wunderlich declined to provide any additional information about why authorities wanted to exhume the body, citing the active and ongoing investigation. Ladybug, stop. Don't you do that, baby. Okay. Satterfield died in February of 2018 after the Murdaugh family reported she slipped and fell on the family's Colleton, I guess it says that, county hunting compound in February of 2018. She died at the local hospital later that month as a result of her injuries. SLED launched a criminal investigation into Satterfield's death in September after Hampton County Coroner Angela Topper questioned a number of inconsistencies in the account of how she died, according to a letter Topper wrote to authorities that was previously obtained by Oxygen.com. Alex's wife, Maggie, and youngest son, Paul, who were both murdered at the family's home in June 2021, in a still unsolved double homicide, called 911 on February 2nd, 2018, to report that Satterfield had been injured on the family's property. My housekeeper is fallen and her head is bleeding, Maggie said in the recording. During the call, Maggie told the dispatchers that Satterfield had fallen going up some brick stairs outside the family's home. She reported that Satterfield was not really conscious and was mumbling. She fell going up the stairs? Most of the time people fall going down the stairs. Are you guys able to control the bleeding? The dispatcher asked. No, I haven't even tried, Maggie responded at the time. Satterfield was transported to the hospital where she later had a stroke, went into cardiac arrest, and died on February 26, 2018. According to an arrest warrant in the case previously obtained by People.com. After her death, investigators have said Alex encouraged her sons to file a wrongful death lawsuit against him, referring them to his close friend attorney, Corey Fleming. Fleming was able to secure $4.3 million settlement with the insurance company on behalf of the family, but authorities have said the family never received any of the money. Instead, they alleged that Alex deposited the money into his own bank account. Do y'all think it's possible that she was killed? He staged all this, and so that he could get his hands on some money because he was broke. He was broke. He was stealing money from his clients and everything. Murdaugh and Fleming are now each facing criminal charges in connection with the alleged scheme to defraud the family. Both men are also facing a series of other charges for similar alleged schemes to defraud Murdaugh's former clients of settlement money. Just last month, authorities announced 4 new charges against Alex, bringing the staggering number of criminal charges lodged against him, against the legal cyclone, to 79, and he's facing 700 years if convicted. The investigation into Alex's activities began last year after the double homicide of Maggie and Paul. He killed them. I believe that he killed them. They was too much trouble. They was costing him money. He probably wanted to collect on some insurance money too, since he was broke. And he killed them. I really believe that he did. He killed him, or he got this Smith guy to do it once. Now, allegedly, Alex was, he went to see his sick father when the murders took place. Then he come home and found him murdered and called 911. And then a few days later, his dad died. But his dad had been real sick. Okay, let me look at the chat here. Let me catch it up here. Let's see. Oh my, the housekeeper too, sickening. Yes, hey, it's a crying shame. Yeah, I believe that he had the housekeeper killed. They killed her some way so that he could scheme the family out of the insurance money. That's what I believe. And he had that Fleming guy who was his friend help him. He helped him scam his other clients too. Well, we'll keep following this case. Oh crap! I clicked off. We'll see what comes of it. I hope they make an arrest in the Maggie and Paul's murder. This family, they're not nice people. The Murdaugh family, from what I understand. You know, they're a rich family down there in a small county. Um, they get in trouble. Nothing happens to them because Daddy would buy them out, pay the cops off and stuff. But that didn't happen when he wrecked and killed Mallory Beach. His ass got charged with what? Drinking and driving a boat and what? Like a manslaughter charge or something like that. Of course, all that was dropped. I think the lawsuit's still going on. But his charges was dropped because he was murdered. Probably both. He and the hitman killed Paul and Maggie caused two different guns used. Oh, yeah, good point, Cement used. I forgot about that. They said that two different guns was used. And another thing, Paul had more gunshots than Maggie did. I'm just wondering, see, they were found down at the dog lot. Maybe they had hunting dogs or something. I'm just wondering, were they down there feeding the dogs, giving the dogs attention and somebody, a sniper was up in the woods or something? Or did somebody march them down there at gunpoint and execute them? I'm really curious about that. Okay. We'll keep following it and see what happens. He killed Paul before he could be sued after he was found guilty. Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Paul was costing him too much money he didn't have to pay out. So he had to get rid of him. And then he got rid of Maggie because she was wanting a divorce. She found out about their finances and stuff, and she was going to divorce his butt. She probably knew he was on pills too. Now, Alex has tried to say that he didn't start doing opiates until the murders, but that's bullcrap. He'd been doing them for a long time. Paul got the shotgun. Yeah, Paul was killed face to face, in my opinion, Maggie from afar. Yeah, he could have been shot up close, and then Maggie rushed down there, and somebody hiding out somewhere shot her. And let's not forget that their names has been tied to the Murdaugh name has been tied to a cold case. What was his name? Stephen. There was a young man just out of high school that was found dead beside of the road. And the Murdaugh's name came up in that investigation. And they refused to cooperate with police, give them a statement or anything. Now, police tried to say that this young man was hit by like a big truck, like the side mirror hit him, but there was no skid marks and there was no glass anywhere. He actually died from, I think it was blunt force trauma. And allegedly, he was seeing one of the Murdaughs. I don't know if it was Buster or if it was Paul, but he was seeing one of them. Stephen Smith, thank you, that's his name. Stephen Smith, he actually has a twin sister. Now, allegedly, he was driving a yellow car. Everybody in town knew it was his big yellow banana, his mom said, and he ran out of gas. Now, I don't know if police actually checked his gas tank to see if he actually ran out of gas. But allegedly, they said he ran out of gas and was walking down the road. Now, and he wasn't impaired with any drugs or alcohol, as far as I know. So, why would he be in the middle of the road and let a truck hit him? Or on the road, on the air? That's just not possible, in my opinion. You're going to hear a big old truck coming. I think they just brought up those cases to show doubt about Alex doing the killing since they had a long history of being liked by the media. Yeah. Well, to me, they look guilty of something with Stephen Smith's death because if a young man is found dead in your community and you didn't have anything to do with it, but the police thought you might have some information, you would cooperate. I know I would. They was hiding something. He was see, Stephen was gay, and he had told his sister that he was seeing someone older and that he was going to go out on their boat. We all know the Murdaughs had a boat. I think this is before the boat crash that killed Mallory. But he never got to go on that boat trip because he was found dead beside of the road. No, I would never talk to police. Well, I mean, I'd get a lawyer and not talk. I mean, if I didn't have anything to hide, I would talk to them. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I've watched a lot of interrogations, them accusing people of doing something. It turns out they was completely innocent. I watched one yesterday. This man was accused of kidnapping and raping this little girl, murdering her. And they was in there, they was giving him hell in the interrogation room. And it turns out it was her freaking uncle. This man kept telling him, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. He voluntarily went in there to talk to police. They had called him. And, then they accused him of all that. And, turns out he was completely innocent. Okay. So let's move on from that. We all know they're guilty of sin, that Murdaugh family, especially Alex. He's been disbarred and everything. So, y'all know I watch TikTok a lot. And I'm actually following this lady. Her name is Mama Tot. I think her name is Ophelia. Ophelia. Anyways, her son was gunned down. I believe it was Friday night, the day before his 19th birthday. I'm going to show y'all the video and read the article. Maybe I should read the article first. Hold on. Let me get pulled up here. Here it is. Damn Crime Online and their freaking ads. She's a beautiful lady, Mama Todd is. She told the story the other day that she had her first baby when she was 15. It happens a lot. People get pregnant in high school. And all that. She's a wonderful person as far as I can tell, and mother. She's funny as she can be. She's a Southern lady. Let me show y'all. I'm addicted. TikTok. Hey, Broken Justice. Okay, there she is with her son. TikTok star Mama Tot's son gunned down in Alabama. The son of an Alabama TikTok star was shot and killed Friday night in a shooting at the Pritchard gas station just a day before his 19th birthday. Ophelia, I don't know how you say her name, Ophelia Nichols, who posts on TikTok as at ShoeLover99 and is known to her 7 million followers as Mama Tot, posted a tearful video announcing her son Randon Lee's death and pleading for information. We're going to watch the video. Pritchard police confirmed the shooting and said it was still under investigation. They provided no further information, but Nichols said in her video that police have at least 2 potential leads. He was probably just at the gas station, maybe getting gas, getting a drink or something, and somebody just gunned him down. She told WKRG that Lee was shot at a gas station but drove to another gas station where he was found dead in his car. I ain't never asked y'all for nothing, Nichols said, but I need your help with this. There's almost 7 million people that follow me. Somebody's got to know something. Lee was the youngest of Nichols' 4 children. So her oldest son she had when she was 15, she said. Okay, let's listen to this. Let me mute. This is sad warning.
The word has already gotten out, and I'm just being overloaded with messages. And I need to let everybody know. But I'm doing this video for a reason. Because I need y'all's help. I ain't never asked y'all for anything. But I need your help with this. There's almost 7 million people that follow me. Somebody's got to know something. Today would have been my baby child's 19th birthday. But he was took from me last night. And took from my children and my husband and our family. My son was murdered. He was shot. And I have this hatred in my heart that I don't recognize. Because I've never felt hate for anybody. This individual took my son's life. He was just 18 years old. That's the best part of somebody's life. And I know they're out there in my town. They're out there. They're out there living and breathing when my son is dead. And I want you to look at my son. Look at my son. Look at him. Look at him. This is my son. And you took him from me. Look at his face. Look at it. Because I'll never see it again. Somebody knows who did this to my child. And I'm asking for somebody's help. Anybody's help. It's my son. My son. My son. Please. Please.
Oh my goodness, y'all. That was hard to listen to. Hey, Kara. Sorry I missed you. It's good to see you too. Um, she does really funny videos, so it's hard, and I love her to death. It's hard seeing her like that, and it's hard listening to her about her son. Oh my gosh, I hope and pray that they find out who murdered him. I'm wondering if he was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, or if somebody had it out for him. So he was shot at one gas station, drove to another gas station where he died in his vehicle. Bless her heart. And that was her baby son. Y'all, the ones that pray, please say a prayer for her. Um, I know I'm going to. It breaks my heart. I always just think to myself when I see things like this, oh my gosh, what if that was my child? I don't know what I would do. And just, that has to be really scary for her and her family. They live in a small town and they haven't caught the guy that gunned him down. Catching up. Work got in the way. Oh, that's all right, Hibiscus. That's all right. I know how it is. I've got plenty of work to do today, y'all. I've got to get with it here in a little bit. Anyways, we're going to keep following this, and hopefully they catch this son of a bitch before he kills someone else's child. Gosh, I can't believe people. People just, there's some evil people in the world. Take other people's children from them for no reason. I bet this little guy was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Okay, let's move on to Weirdo Laundrie's family. Because she sent him a letter offering to assist him get him out of the country. Lady, stop. Come on. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me put her in the house. There's people out below me, and she's wanting to start her crap. Come on, lady. Nobody wants to fight with you this morning. Come on. Go get Diddy. I'll be done in a little bit. Lady, she's the sweetest dog to us, but she hates everybody else. She wants to bark and fight everybody. Fight dogs, that is. Okay. So I was saying, yeah, they were going to try to get their son out of the country. They knew since like August, I'll have to look, August 20th or something like that he had killed Gabby, and they knew where her body was. That was at the time that her family was calling them, trying to, get some information on where their daughter was. It's an evil family. Roberta Laundrie sent son Brian letter offering to assist. Told him to burn after you read this. Well, he didn't burn the letter. It was found near his body. Roberta Laundrie wrote a letter offering to assist her son, apparently in the time period after Brian killed Gabby Petito and when he committed suicide. Patrick Riley, an attorney for Petito's family, told News Nation that the Laundrie's attorney, Stephen Bartolino, has possession of the letter, which reads, "Burn after you read this" on the envelope. It's pretty interesting, pretty odd letter, Riley said. Riley also said he asked Bertolino to preserve the letter as evidence in the Petito's family's lawsuit against the Laundries. He said he has read the letter, which was separate from the notebook found near Brian Laundrie's body after he shot himself. Lady's scratching on the door trying to get back out here. My understanding is that the letter at one point had been in the van, but then it was taken from the Laundrie home during the time when the search warrant was executed, he said. Riley also said that the letter appeared to come as a surprise to Bertolino. He said the offer to assist had something to do with Gabby Petito, but he declined to elaborate until he had a copy of the letter in his hand, saying he didn't want to paraphrase something that serious. I know you're supposed to do anything for your kids, but when it comes to something like this, you have to do the right thing, no matter how hard it is. I knew they was helping him. I knew it the whole daggone time. Let me pull up his other article here. Oh, I can take down that TikTok. Hold on a minute. Lady, you're not going to come out here and start barking. Be barking at my friend down there. Okay, let's see. Gabby Petito murder. Brian Laundrie's notebook confession revealed I ended her life. I wanted to read this. I know y'all probably done read it. I don't believe she fell in that stream. Oh, hell no, she didn't fall in no stream. He's lying. He snapped. They had been arguing and stuff. There's friction between them. He snapped and he strangled her to death. Let's see. I'm going to go down to the letter if I can see to read this. Let's see. These glasses ain't too good. I got to make me an eye doctor appointment. Gabby, I wish I was right at your side. I wish I could be talking to you right now. I'd be going through every memory we've made, getting even more excited for the future. I can't live without you. I've lost every day we could spend together. Every holiday. I'll never get to play with something again. Never go hiking with TJ. I loved you more than anything. I can't bear to look at your photos to recall great times because it is why I cannot go on. When I close my eyes, I will think of you laying on the roof of the van, falling asleep to the sight of a meteor shower at the Crystal Geyser. I will always love you. If you were reading Gabby's journal, looking at photos from our life, flipping through old cards, you wouldn't want to live a day without her, knowing that every day you'll wake up without her. you wouldn't want to wake up. I'm sorry to everyone this will affect. Gabby was the love of my life, but I know adored by many. I'm so very sorry to her family because I love them. I consider her younger siblings my best of friends. I am sorry to my family. This is a shock to them as well as a terrible grief. They loved as much, if not more than me, a new daughter to my mother, an aunt to my nephews. Please do not make this harder for them. This occurred as an unexpected tragedy. Rushing back to our car, trying to cross the stream of Spread Creek before it got too dark to see, too cold. I hear a splash and a scream. I could barely see. I couldn't find her for a moment. Shouted her name. I felt her breathing. I felt her breathing heavily, gasping my name. She was freezing cold. Wasn't it the damn summertime? She had just came from the blazing hot national parks in Utah. The temperature had dropped to freezing and she was soaking wet. I carried her as far as I could down the stream towards the car, stumbling, exhausted, and shocked. When my knees buckled and I knew I couldn't safely carry her, I started a fire and spooned her as close to the heat. She was so thin, had already been freezing too long. I couldn't at the time realize that I should have started the fire first, but I wanted her out of the cold back to the car from where I started the fire. I had no idea how far the car might be. Knew it was across the creek. When I pulled Gabby out of the water, she couldn't tell me what hurt. She had a small bump on her forehead that eventually got larger. Her feet hurt, her wrist hurt, but she was freezing, shaking violently. She couldn't talk. How'd she? Oh my gosh, he's such an idiot. Shaking violently while carrying her. She continually made sounds of pain. Laying next to her, she said, little, little, lapsing between violent shakes and gasping in pain, begging for an end to her pain. She would fall asleep, and I would shake her awake, fearing she shouldn't close her eyes if she had a concussion. She she would wake in pain, start the whole painful cycle again, while furious that I was the one waking her. She wouldn't let me try to cross the creek, thought, like me, that this fire would go out in her sleep and she'd freeze. I don't know the extent of Gabby's injuries, only that she was in extreme pain. I ended her life. I thought it was merciful, that it is what she wanted. But I see now all the mistakes I made. I panicked. I was in shock. But from the moment I decided uh, took her pain away, I knew I couldn't go on without her. I rushed home to spend any time I had left with my family. I wanted to drive north and let James or TJ kill me, but I wouldn't want them to spend time in jail over my mistakes, even though I'm sure they would have liked to. I'm ending my life not because of fear of punishment, but rather because I can't stand to live another day without her. I've lost out a whole future together, every moment we could have cherished. I'm sorry for everyone's loss. Please do not make life harder for my family. They lost a son and a daughter, the most wonderful girl in the world. Gappy, I'm sorry. I have killed myself by this creek in hopes that animals may tear me apart. I'd say they did. That it may make some of her family happy. Please pick up all my things. Gabby hated people who litter. Something me and Gabby had in common then. I hate people that litter too. I do not believe that for one damn second. She might have been asleep in the van or something. He woke her up and, she got kind of snappy with him. And he just snapped and started strangling her and didn't quit. Because I know if I get woke up sometimes, uh, I can get a little snappy myself. I got news for you, oh dirty laundry. People did make life hard on your parents, and it's because people knew that they knew what you did to Gabby and where her body was at. Now, from what I read in another article this morning, the Laundries knew exactly where her body was at. Let me see if I can find that article. They knew where her body was at when her parents were calling them to find out where their daughter was at. They knew, and they ignored the phone calls. I also read that they were planning to get him out of the country. Then one article I read said his dad begged him not to go hiking that day. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I don't believe that for a second. Let me see. On that other article. We should read this. Brian Laundrie's notebook confession. Experts weigh in on killer's claims about how he murdered Gabby. Hold on. Can't find that article. Let's read up what the experts say, though. Brian Laundrie framed his strangulation of Gabby Petito as an act of mercy, an expected tragedy, in a shocking handwritten confession discovered near his remains in October. And just, uh-oh, scrolled on me. Popped up a big damn ad. Okay. Wait, guys. It's froze on me. Crap, what's going on? Let me refresh. Oh, it's cloudy above and going to rain today. Another storm. Now my laptop don't want to work. Okay. Laundrie claimed she was violently shaken, freezing cold, had apparent injuries before he killed her and set down a path towards his own suicide. Longtime medical examiner Dr. Michael Baden, Cyril Wetch, and Brent Blue, the latter of whom performed the autopsy on Petito 22 in late 2021, spoke to Fox News Digital Friday just hours after details from Laundrie's confession were released. So did John Kelly, a criminal profiler and psychotherapist who has interviewed numerous killers, and Jason Jensen, a private investigator. Laundrie 23 scribbled 8 notebook pages of notes that he left behind before allegedly shooting, killing himself in a Florida environmental park. Okay, let's see. Fox News Digital was first to report the details of the note. Laundrie wrote how he ended her life because he thought it was merciful, that it is what she wanted. He tiptoed around the confession. He wanted to serve it up as a mercy killing, Kelly told Fox News Digital. That's the thing that is bugging me more than anything. Laundrie claimed he and Petito were trying to cross the stream when he heard a splash and a scream. Now, I don't know how the weather is out there, but I know they were out there during hot weather, and it's just weird to me that he said it got freezing cold. I know it does that like out in the desert and stuff, but come on now. She didn't fall in no stream and have hypothermia. I don't believe that for a minute. Okay, Laundrie claimed him and Petito were trying to cross the stream when he heard a splash and scream. I couldn't find her for a moment, shouted her name. Okay, we read all that. So Kelly scoffed at the version of events. He found her breathing heavily and gasping for air, so he decided to choke her out. An unexpected tragedy is when you get in a car accident or you slip and fall, and God forbid someone gets hurt really bad. Dr. Blue, Wyoming's Teton County coroner, ruled Petito's death as a homicide as a result of manual strangulation and blunt force trauma to the head and neck. Oh, so he hit her too. He told Fox News Digital on Friday he was limited in what he could discuss about the case. According to Wyoming law, all I can release is her name, her birthday, and her cause and manner of death, he said when reached by phone. The coroner's office did not release Petito's autopsy report. Jen Beathan, who was in the area of Wyoming at the time of Gabby's death, disputed Laundrie's claims regarding the temperature. Um, Beathan told Fox News Digital the weather was around the high 40s instead of 38 degrees Fahrenheit. Even if Petito had experienced hypothermia before her death, her remains likely would have not shown such signs, explained Dr. Wetch, I guess is how you say it, who did not work on the case. and is not barred from speaking on it. If her body had been hypothermic or had been exposed to such low temperatures for an extended period of time, a forensic pathologist would likely not be able to tell unless the condition was severe and prolonged. So they wouldn't be able to tell if she died from hypothermia unless it was bad and she had hypothermia for a long time. Even when Wetch told Fox News Digital the time that passes before the body is recovered would also play a role. However, Wetch said violent shaking is not a sign of severe hypothermia. The violent shaking, if he's telling the truth about that, is probably because he hit her in the head, guys. Because it said she had blunt force trauma. That she probably did shake, you know, after he cocked her in the damn head. Hypothermia at the beginning, you'll be as cold as hell. But then when the hypothermia becomes significant, then you do not shiver. You do not move. He said, in fact, in surgery, that's why they bring patients down into a hypothermic state. Everything slows down markedly. Both Kelly and Jensen also found the story about Petito falling in the shallow creek hard to believe. Do you want in the house, baby? Hold on. She hears her daddy. Come on. You made me get up. Going in, Papa? These dogs kill me, guys. They're worse than toddlers. Okay. He writes this farcical tale about her falling down and getting injured while crossing Spread Creek and describes how he couldn't leave her behind, Jensen said, calling it an attempt to rewrite history. Laundrie did leave her behind. Sometime in late August, search teams found her remains on September 19th. Laundrie's attempt to portray Gabby's death as a mercy killing by strangling her on the spot instead of dragging her to the car and going for help makes no sense, Kelly said. I don't believe in all this accident stuff because how can you say you love somebody so much you can't go on without her? You love her so much you're willing to commit suicide like Romeo and Juliet? Kelly asked. She's hurt and you will not go and get help for her? And not only will you not go the extra mile, you will not even report her missing. Exactly. Exactly. Dr. Baden, who served as New York City's chief medical examiner and who has conducted more than 20,000 autopsies in his 5+ decades as a forensic pathologist, said there is some information, though not much, pointing to signs of stomach hemorrhaging as a result of severe hypothermia. In general, hypothermia does not cause injuries that are easily found at an autopsy. There is some information that there can be small hemorrhages in the stomach in the very severe cold depths, he explained. But that's in the weeds. That's the weeds of forensic pathology. He also had no attachment to the case. So she had some hemorrhaging in her stomach. If Petito had been concussed, as Laundrie claimed to have feared, such an injury would not have been evident during the autopsy examination, Baden and Wetch both said. Nothing would be shown in the brain. However, if she had been, Kelly said that based on existing signs of domestic abuse, he believes it would have been intentional. See, I believe that Brian Laundrie was calm, cool, and collective and nice and polite in front of everybody else, but he was a complete dickhead to Gabby behind closed doors. He was an asshole. He probably belittled her and things like that. Okay. If she had been hit on the head, it was by him, he said. I don't think this was an accident. Wetch has been involved in some of the country's most high profile death investigations, including those involving President John F. Kennedy and John Benet Ramsey. Baden also has been involved in high profile cases such as the death of financier and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. In any event, euthanization is not legal in any state anywhere, Wetch added. euthanize, how you say that? It's murder. If you euthanize somebody because you say they're in pain, it's murder. Aside from the limited details released regarding the autopsy, Laundrie's handwritten confession also sheds light on Gabby's last moments and his homicidal logic. Patrick Riley, an attorney representing Petito's family, told Fox News Digital outside the FBI building that he could not comment on Friday. The family's co counsel, Richard Stafford, did not immediately provide a response. The Laundrie's parents, for their part, felt terrible Friday, according to their attorney. Oh, yeah, they felt so terrible about this that they didn't pick up the phone and tell police where her body was at. Tell police that their son had killed Gabby. Yeah, they felt so terrible that they ignored Gabby's parents' phone calls. Bullcrap. The only thing they were worried about was their son's ass. They was wanting to cover his ass, get him out of the country. Even in his confession, a purported apology, he shrieked responsibility. He stated he ended her life, Jensen noted. He could not admit I killed her. Kelly said that the letter, along with Laundrie's past behavior on police body camera in Moab, Utah, and in a purported fight with waitstaff at Jackson Restaurant shortly before Gabby's death, exhibited signs of extremely narcissistic personality disorder and a sociopathic disorder. Those events were also evidence of a pattern, according to Jensen. The truth is, he killed her because he was a domestic abuser, Jensen said. He strangled her and had done so before. The fact was suggested about their fight on August 12th in Moab. Laundrie left her in the wilderness of Wyoming alone, drove home to Florida in her van, spending her money before he shot himself in the head in one of his favorite local parks. Laundrie went camping with his family, spent time with his nephews, and ignored Gabby's parents as they desperately sought information on her whereabouts. The only thing I'd give him credit for, in a way, is he decided to get eaten up by animals himself, Kelly said. In the end, it rang true. He wanted to disappear. He felt he was a nobody. He was a freaking nobody, a freaking weirdo. It'll make me feel a bit bad he's gone. Karma's a bitch, ain't it? It don't bring back Gabby, his death and stuff, but I believe he went and killed himself so he didn't have to go to prison. He may have felt a little bit bad about killing her. I don't know. Um, I'd say maybe he did a little bit. They did not care. They did not care, period. No, they didn't. Hey, KDF. Cement shoes. He was pretty creepy when talking to the cops in body cam footage. Imagine how creepy he was with no cameras rolling in the dark night. See, I've met his kind before. I've dealt with his kind before. They'll be all nicey nice in front of people, and people will be like, oh my gosh, they're so well mannered, so respectful. And then when nobody's around, their true colors come out. Their true colors show. They turn into a freaking demon. I used to be married to one. Everybody liked Jeff. Everybody liked him. He was such a nice guy, give you the shirt off his back. But when everybody was gone and nobody was around, he'd beat the hell out of me for no freaking reason. I've had the hell beat out of me for making eye contact with one of his coworkers when they spoke to me. He said I flirted with him by making eye contact. I mean, just any reason to beat on me. Thank God I got out of that. The signs of a narcissist. Yeah, he's got that Jekyll and Hyde personality, guys. Well, now Gabby's family's suing them. Suing the Laundries. I wanted to find that damn article. I believe it said that they knew Gabby was dead from on at least August 20th, I believe. I think that's what it said this morning. I should have saved that. Let me look and see if I can find it before I get off here. I got to go fix something to eat in just a second. Hey, it's felt good. It's felt good being back, y'all, doing some true crime. Let's see. Let me put in some words here. It's killing me. I can't remember the exact date. The signs of a narcissist. He's definitely a narcissist. So narcissists don't feel bad about anything they do. I don't think. Let me see. It's pulling up stuff about her mom. Let me put Laundrie's mom. I don't know where I read that at. Okay, Gabby Petito's parents. Laundrie's family knew Brian killed her. Say September 20th. I don't know where I read that at this morning. I think it was Crime Online. Let me go to it. But they knew, the article said they knew Brian killed her as soon as he got back home, I guess. And that where her body was located, yet they said nothing. Of course, they weren't going to say nothing. She was going to try to get him out of the country. Roberta was. Let me go search here. I'm going to search on my phone. Weirdo family. I'm going to tell you, I love my son more than anything in this world. I'd give him my last breath of air, but I could not cover up for him if he killed someone else's child. I just couldn't do it. It's not right. He'd had to pay for his crimes. I went to school with a boy who murdered his girlfriend, wife, whatever you want to call it, pushed her off the porch or broke her neck. There was some big boulders below. They had a big high porch, and he cut her up, and he was trying to burn her body. And his sister pulled up at his house and walked up on the fire. And she went and told their dad, and he called the police and turned his son in. That was the right thing to do. I'm sure it was hard for him to do, but he did the right thing. Let's see. I know I saw that somewhere. Ladybug, I'll be in a minute. She's scratching on the door again. I don't know where I seen that, but they knew. Let's see. There's an article about it. That's not the one, though. Well, phooey. Well, it's all right. We all know that they knew. We all knew it. Whoa, that's wild. Yes, his name is the guy that killed his girlfriend. I didn't go to school with him. I meant we grew up with him. He used to come over to his aunt's for the summer, and he would play with my youngest brother. He was always a weirdo. My youngest brother came and told me one day, I was like, "Why are you back early?" He's like, "Well, Michael was down there trying to hold down Jean's poodle and do bad things to it, so I just came on home." Finally, my brother, wouldn't have nothing to do with him because he was such a weirdo. Him and his girlfriend both were on drugs, and I guess they got in a fight over drugs, and he pushed her off the porch. It broke her neck, and he chopped her up and tried to burn her body. And you can't find nothing about the case. The only thing you can find is like the courthouse records that he was convicted of murder. He took a plea deal. I couldn't find no articles about it, which has probably been 25 years ago. It's been a long time. Long, long time. Anyways, guys, I've enjoyed talking to y'all this morning. I'm going to have to get off here, go in, see what Ladybug wants, fix something to eat so that I can take my medicine because I don't eat when I first get up in the morning. I don't know why. I'm just not hungry. I just can't eat first thing in the morning. My son's like at Cement Shoes. Anyone familiar with Lord Lucan accidentally killed Nanny instead of wife, very wealthy, went on run, never seen again? Oh no, I've not heard about that one. I'll have to look that up. One day I want to do a stream about Dr. Jeffrey McDonald. He was convicted of murdering his wife and two little girls. Like, I think it happened in the late 70s, but he wasn't like indicted for their murders until like a decade later. Then he was convicted. He's an old man in prison now, but his health's not really good. And I'd like to do a stream about him. because I've researched him a lot. To be honest with you, I don't know if he killed his family or not. Jury's out on that one in my mind. Um, you know, more than likely he did, but there was a little bit of evidence suggesting that the story he told about the intruders could have been true. He said one of the intruders was a woman with a blonde hair and a floppy hat on. And after Jeffrey McDonald called 911, the police, when they were on the way to the residence, this was on an army base, they actually saw a woman walking on the street, blonde hair and a floppy hat on, real late at night. So it's a good possibility. And there was a woman that she said that she was involved in the murders with two of her friends. But the police said that, she was a druggie, schizophrenic. So they didn't believe her stories. Anyways, he was convicted. That Unsolved No More guy covered that case. Oh, really? So I don't know who he is. Yeah, I've never heard of him, so I'd listen. Okay, I'm gonna get me some photos and stuff together, and we'll do that case one day. Also, I'm going to do a T-shirt giveaway. We'll probably, let's see, around July 2nd, we'll pick the winner. I'll put up a video and let y'all comment below it, and we'll do the random comment picker. It's a tie-dye T-shirt, and they say "Be kind" on them. I love these T-shirts, the message that they send, and plus, every T-shirt that you buy, one is donated to people in need. I love the Sunshine Sisters T-shirts and their message. They started the T-shirt company because um, one of their kids was being bullied really bad. So they made these tie-dye Be Kind shirts. They're awesome. They also got sweatshirts and stuff, and they're at a reasonable price. So I figured we'd do one of the tie-dye shirts. Probably, I don't know which one. It'll be a tie-dye shirt. So if you want a tie-dye shirt, you'll have to leave me a comment when I put up the video. And then after the winner's picked, you will have to email me and give me your shipping address. I will never give it to anyone else. I swear on everything I love. I'm not like that. I've been mad at a lot of people and I've had their addresses, and that thought never enters my mind. I loved Unsolved No More. He's excellent. Well, I'm going to have to check this guy out. Is he cute? Is he cute? I'll watch him. I'll watch him if he ain't cute. But anyways, I'll let y'all know about the giveaway. I'll put up a little video or something and let y'all comment on it. I probably should go ahead and put up the video because the second is just like right around the corner. I'll pick a cool shirt. Don't worry. It'll be one like I've got. Love your TikToks. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I was going to do a raccoon video for my TikTok and got out here and my damn phone storage was full. The mama and her four babies was on the porch last night. One of the babies was sitting down in the damn water bowl. She's got four babies and they're wild as a buck, I'm telling you. Anyways, have a great day. I will see y'all in the morning. Be safe, be kind, and peace.